I told you the iconic Ford Model T, yes, that Model T from over a century ago, just made a jaw-dropping return in 2025. And no, it's not a dusty museum piece or a retro tribute. Ford has taken a wild swing at reviving the original game-changer for the modern era. Welcome back to Bike Updater Pro, where we usually ride on two wheels but couldn't resist this four-wheeled revolution. Buckle up as we dive into the most unexpected comeback of the year, the 2025 Ford Model T. A futuristic blast from the past. At first glance, the 2025 Model T looks like something straight out of an alternate future where the past and future shook hands and said, "Let's build something insane." The familiar silhouette is there, tall roofline, flat panels, and classic radiator grille. But look closer and you'll spot LED lighting, aerodynamic alloys, and a fully electric powertrain humming under the hood. It's not just a nostalgic homage. Ford calls this a neo-vintage EV, a car that respects its legacy while launching itself into the future. Imagine the original Model T, but reimagined by a team that binge-watched Blade Runner and then went on a design sprint. That's the vibe here. Tech under the tin. You might expect this modern T to be basic, but you'd be dead wrong. Inside, you're treated to a minimalist, Tesla-esque cabin with recycled wood accents, a massive panoramic touchscreen, and voice-activated everything. The seats? 3D printed from sustainable hemp fabric, because apparently, we've truly arrived in the future. Underneath it all is Ford's new e-Core platform. It boasts a dual-motor setup, all-wheel drive, and a surprising 320 miles of range. 0 to 60? Around 5.8 seconds. For something inspired by a car that maxed out at 45 miles per hour, that's mind-blowing. And yes, it has Ford's Blue Cruise self-driving tech. The 2025 Model T may look vintage, but it practically drives itself into tomorrow. Driving experience, modern charm with vintage feels. So what's it like to drive this modern-day miracle? In a word, surreal. The driving position is upright, like you're in an old-school carriage, but the acceleration, handling, and silence from the electric motors are pure 2025. What's cool is how Ford engineered some heritage haptics into the experience. There's a subtle mechanical vibration in the wheel and pedals that mimics the feel of early 20th century motoring, without the noise, fumes, or fear of your crankshaft exploding. It's smooth, quirky, and fun, kind of like driving a piece of history that downloaded a software update. The price of time travel. Here's the kicker, the 2025 Ford Model T starts at $39,900. That's more than the original $850 price tag in $1908, which is like $25,000 today, but for a car this unique, it's oddly reasonable. Plus, there are 3 trims, Standard, Heritage, with throwback features, and the high-performance Industrial Luxe Edition that comes in raw brushed aluminum. Will this replace your daily commuter? Probably not. But as a weekend toy or rolling conversation piece, it's unbeatable. The surprise, a two-wheel twist. Now, for the part we promised. At the end of the press event, Ford pulled a fast one. They revealed a 2025 Model T electric bike, a limited edition e-bike built with the same vintage meets future design philosophy. Think leather saddle, brass accents, and a silent motor that kicks harder than you'd expect. And yes, it'll be featured in our next video. Outro, hit that subscribe. So there you have it, the 2025 Ford Model T, weird, wonderful, and absolutely unforgettable. Only Ford could pull something like this off. If you're into wild rides, retro revivals, and future-forward machines, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and let us know, would you drive this blast from the past? Thanks for watching Bike Updater Pro, where 2 wheels or 4, the future always rides with us.